Hello there, Leslie McDonnell with Remax Select Properties. Today I wanted to share with you some things that our provincial government is doing to change the way real estate is practiced in British Columbia with the intention of enhancing consumer protection. So on April 25th of 2022, so this year, they passed Bill 12 to amend the Property Law Act, and it is to create a home buyer protection period. And the BCFSA, so that's the British Columbia Financial Services Authority, has been tasked with creating a report with recommendations on how this home buyer protection period could play out. And so what they've done is they've created a really nice, well thought out report. And in this report, they have sort of a timeline. So they're suggesting that there be a 5-day pre-offer period. This is something that the BC REA, the BC Real Estate Association, had recommended be done, as opposed to a cooling off, a cooling up, so to speak. And this would have there would also be mandatory documents that are required in this period. It would be 5 business days, and disclosure forms, key strata documents would all need to be available during this period for home buyers to do their due diligence before they present the offer. And then once offers are submitted, they are saying that there should be a 3-day cooling off period. So this is to be 3 clear business days. It is to be non-waivable, so they can't, change their mind for no reason, or they can't not have it. It's a mandatory period. If it is, there are allowing for some narrow exemptions. Some of those exemptions may be if it's a court-ordered sale or if it is an auction-style selling. And if the buyer decides to terminate the contract during this 3-day cooling off period, there might be a modest termination fee, throwing out numbers such as sort of 0.1 to 0.5% of the purchase price. And this is to deter somebody to put out multiple offers and then sort of just pick and choose what home they purchase. And they also consider requiring disclosures of other active offers by prospective buyers, and also to require sellers to provide reasonable access to the property for the buyers to perform their due diligence. This 3-day period is often for, like, if someone wants to do a home inspection. So the seller must allow opportunity for that to happen. Government is also looking at exploring and further to the open bid process, and they're looking at open-end auctions to enhance transparency in the process, perhaps requiring inclusion of standard clauses in the contract of purchase and sale with respect to there being multiple offers, and maybe requiring that sellers make a disclosure to all prospective buyers of who submitted an offer. There may be situations where a cooling off period may unduly harm the seller's interests, and BCFSA advises the government to consider creating narrow exemptions to the cooling off period on the characteristics of the sale process. In addition to the exemptions already identified, the Property Law Act should at minimum be, where sales where a buyer has previously made an offer to purchase the same property within the prescribed time period. And again, like I mentioned before, court-ordered sales or sales by auction. And yeah, all in all, this is, there are other areas in the world where this takes place. Even in Canada, in Manitoba, they do have a cooling off period. And I believe in Australia, in several states, they have that. So it's a way of the times, and if it's not in a multiple offer competitive situation, like as we're entering into a more balanced market right now, that sort of cooling off period could be longer than just the 3 days. Generally in a balanced market, it's usually around 10 days, allowing for 7 business days. If you've got any questions about these new protections, or you're just curious about what's happening in the market specific to your property, please do feel free to reach out. Again, it's Leslie McDonnell with RE/MAX Select Properties. Thanks so much.